any menstruating person in this country cannot make decisions over their own body.
Even limit their ability to get gender affirmation treatment in their state.
So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time.
And we will make America great again. God bless you. I love you.
If I saw this movie on a plane, I would still walk out. This trailer makes me want to sit on the TV and look at my couch. I paid nothing to watch this trailer, but I already want my money back. Coming to a theater near you, me, is that a threat? They should have made Rachel CGI instead. Ron Brown and the 7 Discord mods. The CGI looks much better when I turn my monitor off. Disney invites you and I must politely decline. I'm rooting for the poison apple. Wise Lord Farquaad playing Snow White. This movie should come with a disclaimer. No dwarfs were harmed, but your childhood might be. I haven't seen something self-implode this hard since that Titan submarine. Mirror, mirror on the wall. As a German I claim cultural appropriation. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Snow White and the 7 CGI abomination. Making the dwarfs look like a PS1 hack rig was a bold choice. Rachel Sadler looks like a medieval squire boy. Marvel's lost $237 million. Snow White, hold my beer. Disney used to make people famous. Now it ends acting career. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Why the seats are empty in Cinema Hall. Mirror, mirror on the wall. What's the biggest Disney flop of all? Shut it. Shut it.
Holy crap. Holy crap.
Power of 1, the power of 2, the power of...
Down to Papa Roach, bleed 182.
The power of 1, the power of 2, the power of...
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
Let's take some dope.
I am like,
I have had hallucinations on weed before.
if I get that high,
Them babies, Alyssa. Disabilities. I wanted to finish Elden Ring, goddammit.
He's a piece of shit.
The reason why DEI was put in place in the first place was incredibly disingenuous racism and sexism, people being discriminated against. This was put in place to try and
disillusion young dudes.
White men or straight people. Someone's getting a job over them that doesn't deserve it. People are missing out on jobs that deserve it more than a person who's getting it because they're a woman or because they're black. These people are making a lot of money.
Victimizers beware, the racist and bigots' greatest nightmare. Social justice warriors, get triggered.
It's the bias response team.
If you've been offended, your feelings must be defended. Your freedom of expression is a microaggression. Here comes Candappa Freddy. He's always ready to fight fascism with fascism.
Starbucks windows don't stand a chance.
Ethic enhancer. He's a systematic racism finder.
Engines roar through the ash gray skies. The wasteland burns, but hope won't die. Every screen's a twisted lie, built to break us, make us comply. They poison the heroes, rewrite the tales, turn legends to dust, leave us frail. But we're not done, we won't bow down. Through the wreckage, we'll take the crown. Steel hearts ignite, fire in our veins. Freedom's calling, breaking the chains. They can't erase what we already know. HyperDrive now, let's fucking go. HyperDrive time, we're burning the night. Blazing through shadows, our stories ignite. Will all the fans come ride with me as we laugh at foolish hypocrisy? HyperDrive time, it's now or it's never. As long as they rule, let's fucking go forever. Forever. Oh, forever. Forever. Go forever.
Hello. Behold, I am among you. Ladies, gentlemen, and nothing in between, welcome back once again to another voyage of discovery, racing through the wastes of the internet to the further reaches of sanity on a never-ending quest to rid the universe of absolute bollocks. Before we set off, please ensure that you keep your brains inside the vehicle at all times with your eyeballs firmly screwed to the screen. Who is here? I know it's an hour earlier. I said it would be an hour earlier and I meant it. It's unfortunate, really, because I know that Hypno's still streaming. It's just necessary because I have to go to the hospital soon with my wife because we have a baby coming. Yes, we do. That's a lovely thing. And I am overjoyed that there is another one coming. Another member of Clan Based. Anyway, who is here anyway? Praetor Mind is here. Says first. Yes, you were. Yes, you were. Toasty with the Mosty is here. Says hail. And I saw your DM, by the way. That's all right. You go ahead. It's okay. And JJJ Jr. is here. Says, I see what you did. Yeah, Will of the Fans. My name is Will. See what I did there? You removed the eyes so we wouldn't have to see those crazy things. You know what? I really thought, I know what you're referring to. You're referring to the Alyssa in the thumbnail. I thought that converting somebody's eyes into a couple of bullet wounds would probably, or whatever the hell you interpret them as, would probably get me a nice big yellow dollar on whatever video I put it on. And yet, you know, surprisingly, it hasn't. It hasn't, like, YouTube did not flag it in any way, shape, or form. They did flag the initial one where I actually posted the picture, the actual picture. So apparently they think that's more of an infringement of human rights than removing somebody's eyes and putting trickles of blood down their face. Well, what can I say? Then, of course, there is... who else is here? Oh, Kagwana's here. Of course, Kagwana's here. Absolute legend, being lovely and being a mod, even though it's an hour earlier. I didn't even have to ask, which is a wonderful thing. As I said, I'm very sorry. I know it's an hour earlier than normal. I personally am half asleep right now, so that sucks, but I have got things that I need to do for my family, and I didn't want to start a daily show and take a day off in the second week. It just seemed like amateur hour shit, so I thought, no, struggle through it. We'll be all right. And so we are. Michael Q is here. Greeting Caguana. Not me. I mean, fuck me, right? No, I'm kidding. It's all good in the hood. Who else? Toasties again, of course, as well. And wow, Nick's here. Hey, Nick. Nick is a good friend of mine from the UK. Although, actually, we met in the Philippines. Good lad. Great DJ. You need to check that shit out. Skibbity is here. Skibbity dop dop dop. Yes, yes. Skibbity W neat indeed. Baby power. Yeah, babies are the... Wow, I've learned an insane amount about myself since Princess of the Fans was born. There is no possible way for you to better interpret life than through the eyes of a child that you are responsible for. It teaches you more about yourself than you think about yourself ever. Like, already I am metatextually analyzing myself at almost every moment. Sometimes I just make silly faces and she giggles, which is cute. Anyway, family of the fans. Yeah, it's happening. It is happening. And I love it. And I appreciate the fact that thanks to most of you, I am able to support them largely. Not quite entirely yet, but largely on the money that I make from doing this. It's a wonderful thing. I'm getting to do something I love, and the people I love are benefiting from it. What a wonderful thing. So there you go. All right, wonderful. Now, let's remember that there are a few ground rules here. If you are liking the stream, then please do me
Like the stream.
They were all using my videos anyway, so it's fine. And of course, remember that if you do like the stream, it helps pick up some lost souls along the way, which means more people for you guys to talk to while I rant and rail about various other things. Your in-flight entertainment can be unlocked by joining the Grift Force. There is a join button right there that says, hey, you want some emojis? You want some spears? Some silly Will of the Fans emojis? You want some Ryan Roger Athe emojis? Do you want to be able to call things DEI gay or use Alyssa Mercante's face in vain? I mean, she uses it in vain, so why shouldn't we? And if you have any questions, comments, or you just want to pull over for a second, then don't forget to tip your driver just like James Opp has for 20. My God, man, 20 fucking dollars. Straight out of the gate. Wow. Where were you yesterday? Nah, it's all good in the hood. And says family of the fans. You know what? To that end, here we go.
We're clapping, we're clapping, we're clapping, clapping, clapping. We're clapping, we're clapping, we're clapping. Now we stop. Let's try twisting.
That's my little girl, and she is beautiful. And my God, man, I think every parent kind of thinks their kid's a little advanced or something, but this kid has been attempting to stand up since she was 3 months old. I don't know if every kid does that, but Jesus, wow. I can't wait to see what the next one's doing. Will of the Fans, you are the real family guy. Something like that. Yes, indeed, I am, you know. People ask me, like, what's your dream? What have you wanted to do all your life? Genuinely, I'm not joking. Every teenager wants to be a rock star. And I guess in my 20s, I wanted to be like a movie director. I'm so glad I never ended up in Hollywood. And then I wanted to be a journalist. Through it all, I just wanted to be a husband and a father. That's really, really genuinely all I wanted. My biggest role models were my parents. And I loved watching them provide and struggle for me. And struggle, that sounds like I liked watching them struggle. That's terrible. But there you go. And now I am actually in the position where I am living the dream. So no regrets. Absolutely thunderously happy. Thank you for your kind comments. I appreciate it very much. And JJJ Jr. here is shouting out my buddy Nick, as well as skibbity dop dop dop. Yes, yes. Oh man, I got into that skibbity toilet thing a long time ago. Now it seems like a long time ago. Actually, it wasn't. It was this year. But man, that is one rabbit hole to go down. I don't know what the hell that guy who created it is thinking or what he's on, but damn, that is fun entertainment. Anyway, we have a lot of things we're going to talk about today, and I have wasted enough of your time. So sorry about that. We are going to just peruse the internet today, just a sort of general sort of readdressing of a few things. We have got a lot of Alyssa stuff that we really need to address because I made a video. It's done quite well, actually, as it turns out. And I kind of feel like I haven't quite finished pontificating about her and what she's done to herself, which is, it's so sad, actually. Do you know that the funny thing about that video that I put out yesterday, towards the end of it, I actually pitied her a little bit. I really did, because I just don't see how you can turn that around. You have wrecked yourself. You have bet your dignity, your reputation, everything, your name, your family, everything on being right, and you never were. And yeah, sure, part of me is like, well, you know, you get what you fucking deserve, don't you? Another part of me is like, damn, I feel like we need to send someone over, check on her, you know. So there you go. We're going to get into all of this stuff, but first things first, I want to address a little story that has been building steam in the Doctor Who community for the last couple of days. I saw that Mr. H Reviews did a video, Dr. Disaster did a video, and I just wanted to sort of pay lip service to it because I don't know. I'll probably do a video about it. But at the moment, anyway, we have a little bit of an update, potentially an update on the future of Doctor Who, which is not the most uplifting thing you've ever seen. It turns out that, you know, when you cast a flamboyant, hypersexualized gay black, yes, that's right, Mr. TARDIS, I'm never giving up that term, because that's all they care about. So why should it be anything less of a defining factor for me? As your doctor, and you allow him to go and flamboyantly, rampantly rant on TV and various other things like that, you are going to piss off a lot of people. I mean, there are perfectly fine TV shows that address the issues that they face. None of them are called Doctor Who. Should never have happened. It never should have happened. But we did get this from Bad Wolf TV. Now, if you don't know, and I apologize if you're not a Doctor Who fan, but it is something my channel is known for, I would be doing a disservice to many of you if I didn't address it. Bad Wolf is Russell T. Davis, or Rusty Tin Dildo, as I call him, personal media company that he created after he exited Doctor Who back in 2010. It's named, obviously, after the plot device that ended the first series of Doctor Who. And, well, through all the shit that we've had to watch since the 60th anniversary specials, one sort of through line has been consistent, and that has been Russell T. Davis wanking on about, oh, it's lovely, everyone loves it, it's so wonderful, it's it's the best, it's the greatest thing that's happened ever, it's so lovely to be able to be so progressive and talk about these issues on TV, and blah 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 blah. Bollocks. If you got blah blah and bollocks, if you're a member of the channel, fire off those blah blah and bollocks emojis right now, because the guy has been talking absolute shit for 2-3 years now, since he cast his fuck toy as the Doctor. Now, a lot of speculation has been happening over whether or not we're going to get a season 3, 16 or 42, depending on how long you've been watching. And it appears that the answer is not happening. This post came out 5 days ago, and we only just started noticing it, which is fine. The internet takes time sometimes. And this is, of course, their corporate headquarters, I suppose, or their studio that they use in Wales. That's why it's written in gibberish at the bottom there. Sorry, Welsh, I mean. And it's Wolf Studios Wales. Now you can see, of course, immediately that you've got a pride flag, not a progressive pride flag, by the way. They seem to be alienating the T's and Q's and pluses and blacks and browns, apparently, who never asked to be part of it, from their alliance. But they have obviously a massive pride boner going on, so that sucks. And but interestingly, the text here, it says Bad Wolf TV, Wolf Studios Wales, created by production for production, whatever that means. I mean, surely everything is created by production, right? I mean, when I sat and made a video of Alyssa and Jaffe wanking on about music for 32 seconds and everybody loved it, which is wonderful, I produced it. When you give birth, you're producing a child. What the hell does this mean? It's just vague, nebulous language, as always. But that's not really the meat of the issue. It says, we loved having Doctor Who and Dope Girls, buggered if I know what that is, film with us during 2024 and are excited to welcome new productions to Cardiff in 2025. We have 140,000 square feet of stage space, supported by offices, workshops, edit suites, backlot, and secure parking areas. Lovely. That sounds wonderful. However, there is one letter in this that changes the entire context of everything, potentially. And that letter, ironically, because, you know, he's gay, is D. Loved. We loved having Doctor Who film with us during 2024. And we're excited to welcome new productions to Cardiff in 2025, which kind of implies that the era of Doctor Who being produced at Bad Wolf Studios is done. It's a thing of the past. Hey, John. How you doing, buddy? Yes, RTD is a freak. You're absolutely right. A lot of my audience came from my crusade against and Avenger status for Doctor Who. And there you go. So this really does kind of... we could be reading too much into it. We probably are reading too much into it. Or alternatively, it could just be that they completely and totally fucked up everything that they've done that's associated with Doctor Who and have been fucking it up for damn near 4 years at this point. And you pushed too hard. Back in 2005, when RTD brought Doctor Who back, he included sort of playful references to characters and their sexualities, which is fine. Basically, everyone agrees that that's okay. I mean, I have DVDs on my shelves of the series that he made, so I guess I wasn't bothered, right? Yet more evidence that 20 years ago we were, in fact, achieving the levels of tolerance that everybody had been asking for decades and decades and decades, and we didn't ever need a fucking woke movement because everyone was equal. But it wasn't ever about equality, was it? But this time when he came back, he was militant. And I saw it coming, by the way. Not that I want to, you know, start trying to build a reputation for myself as some kind of a predictor of the future, although I am often right. When I remember when like a real BBC were talking about, oh, RTD's coming back. Everyone's finally, we're getting RTD back. We're going to be so happy now because RTD's coming back. And they were skeptical, and I was fucking skeptical because I figured, okay, so this guy has made a career out of writing and directing and producing TV shows that are about being gay and queer, or whatever the hell that means. Now, used to mean just gay. And I said, this is to many people. I didn't have a channel at the time, but I did say to various people, I don't think this is going to go the way people are suggesting it is, because there are a lot of dumbasses out there, retarduses, for example, who are thinking, oh wow, RTD's back, he's going to save us from Jodie, yay. And I was like, nah, man, nah, the guy's clearly always been a gay activist. He just couldn't get away with ham-fistedly shoving it into everybody's eyeballs in 2005. Now he can, because the media and the machine is behind him. So are we going to get Doctor Who the way he wrote it, which people loved in its initial incarnation with Christopher Eccleston and David Tennant? Or are we going to get a militant, foppish homosexual shoving his fucking agenda down our throats? Pardon the disgusting imagery. And of course, we got the latter. We got Shooty, did you know he's gay twat, who never shuts up about his sexuality or his coloring, by the way, as a Rwandan refugee who made it to the UK thanks to his parents' hard work, only to turn around and shit on the UK and the fans and tell everybody to go touch grass if they didn't like his agenda. Well, touch grass we did, buddy, because we certainly did not see any real good viewing figures for Doctor Who in the last 2 years. They have been disastrous. The worst ever. Literally the worst ever. Disney Plus certainly didn't help either, because I remember going through all of the Samba TV ratings on their blog, top 10s, them and Nielsen. Of course, Nielsen takes longer, but Samba TV comes out faster. And you would find streaming services that are ranked in the top 10. And the bottom tier of that, with like the 10, the 9, and the 8 positions, were doing tens of thousands of views. Not millions, not even hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands. The number 8 slot back then was a show, I can't even remember the name of it anymore, but you can go check out the video if you want. It was doing like 80,000 views in a week. Shockingly bad. Do you know what wasn't in that top 10? Doctor Who. It wasn't there because it didn't rank, because it didn't do as well as that. So for all the fucking copers and cedars out there, we're going, oh, you don't know, it's on Disney. And they're prioritizing it on Disney in other countries. Apparently only Australia and New Zealand were watching. And not that many, because nobody was fucking watching. So obviously for the last year or so, we've been speculating that even though we know that season 215 or 41 is already done, it's in the can, it's coming out sometime this year, we have had absolutely no news about a third season. The very fact that it's even up for debate is a bad sign. Will you shut up? My phone keeps going on. It's not a good sign. So the fact that Bad Wolf comes out now and says we loved, past tense, having Doctor Who film with us during 2024, and we're excited to welcome new productions to Cardiff in 2025. It could be the harbinger. If you've watched Doctor Who, you'd understand why I scoffed at that. Of Doom. If this is the end, if this is the end to be for Doctor Who, then I am absolutely, completely and totally 100% unequivocally fine with it. Of course, Disney will never actually let it go. They're probably just cutting ties with Bad Wolf, because there does seem to be sort of an underground effort within Disney to get the shit, the woke, the cringe out. I know it's probably going to take a couple of years before we see any results of this, but it does seem like they are feeling the pain from losing, what was that fucking hell, like $1 billion or something they lost in 2023 across all of the 9 tentpole movies that they released in that year. And they didn't do any better really in 2024. So yeah, likely they are running scared, terrified, and probably could do with cutting ties with RTD and Bad Wolf. Shooty Gatwa even went on the Graham Norton show and said they were going to be making a season 3, and the BBC edited it out Then they made all kinds of bullshit excuses for why they edited that statement out. Look, if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, know what I mean? So there you go. I don't think we'll be getting, at this point, it seems highly unlikely, at least, that we'll be getting a season 3, 16 or 42 of Doctor Who. And fair enough. There are even articles being produced by Kopi CD Rags talking about how Doctor Who has been on the air for nearly as long as it was in its initial run before it got cancelled. So it will eventually tie the record. But the obvious difference there is that in 26 years, the original Doctor Who ran 26 seasons. And what have we got now? We've got 20 years of Doctor Who in its reboot. And we've got, what was it, 14 series. So there you go. If it walks like a woke and quacks like a woke, choke. So that's just my speculation. I really don't have anything to add to that. Just that all these things keep lining up to suggest that it is done. And that's fine. I've been hashtagging RIP Doctor Who for some years now. And I feel no pain. Like I said, it's the same exact opinion that I have about the game industry. If it has to burn, then let it burn. It's fine. We'll survive. We can still watch the old stuff. Anyway, there you go. That's Doctor Who. That's the state of things surrounding Doctor Who. Now, of course, we've got 30 people watching at the moment, which is not that many, but it is 30 people who I value, and I appreciate you all. It's my fault anyway, because I had to do this show an hour earlier than I normally would, and I know that isn't very convenient for most people, especially in the UK, where I've been talking about Doctor Who. But it is what it is, and it's necessary. We can move on to some American stuff then, because we also have to deal with the fact that we are anxiously awaiting a new Captain America movie. And oh God, I mean, it's going to be much the same rant it was about Doctor Who. Captain America is Steve Rogers, just like Spider-Man is Peter Parker, not Miles Morales, and blah, 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 etc., etc. This movie would probably have made a lot more news were it not for Rachel Zegler and Snow White. Because it's had just as bad a production, if not worse. How long has this movie been in production? Like, genuinely, I don't know how long this movie has been in production. 4 years or something like that? Snow shite. Yeah, Sardock, you're right. Of course you are. But Captain America 4 / Captain America New World Order / hang on a second, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to stop this fucking alarm from going off. / Captain America Brave New World star Anthony Mackie downplays character's race in shocking about-face for Disney Marvel. But I mean, and don't get me wrong, I like Anthony Mackie as an actor. I think deep down he's actually based. But there's been a hell of a lot of news about how it's all about the fact that he's black. That's basically all that the Falcon and the Winter Soldier was ever about. You got to do better, Senator. Don't call people terrorists for committing acts of terrorism. Okay. And of course, we also had the story here from Breitbart. Well, from many sources, but I'm going with Breitbart. Recently added to the White House press briefings, by the way. Breitbart. Talking about how Captain America doesn't represent America. This is some foolish crap that was said. And I wanted to get into it because I haven't made a video about it yet. And I don't want to ignore it because I am still very much a cinephile and an MCU fan, at least an old school MCU fan. Funny that we have to say old school MCU fan now. Basically anything up to and including Phase 3 and nothing beyond. I watched WandaVision and I checked out halfway through, and to date still haven't watched anything of their other TV shows or movies. I'm trying to think if I watched, apart from Deadpool and Wolverine, which I watched because it was Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah, Everything I've watched of this series has come from other YouTubers. So there you go. But anyway, actor Anthony Mackie is facing backlash for saying Captain America doesn't represent America. Quote unquote, for me, Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think the term, America should be one of those representations. Who the fuck is this guy's goddamn publicist? Who is doing his PR work? For fuck's sake. If I was Captain Masculinity and I said I don't represent men, okay, that's fine, buddy. All right, buddy. You go right ahead. You go right ahead and have no meaning whatsoever, apparently. Captain America is supposed to represent... Fuck, why do I have to say this? It's like how the White House had to come out, when Trump had to come out and say the official position of the US government is that there are only two sexes. Yeah, great. Why the fuck did we even have to say that? Why the fuck do I have to say that Captain America is supposed to represent America? Completely insane. Completely insane. We still have these little bastions of clown world that happen all the time. For me, Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think the term, America should be one of those representations, Mackie told an audience at Captain America Brave New World event in Rome. Notably, the Marvel actor himself is portraying Captain America in the upcoming film, making him the first black actor to play the role. Notably, note it, guys, the first black Captain America. Make sure you make a note of that. It's about a man who keeps his word, who has honor, dignity, and integrity. Well, things that are, kind of the ideology of America. Someone who is trustworthy and dependable. Well, that's just called being a man. So, Captain Masculine? No, I guess not. Steve Hall says, in my opinion, the problem with Anthony Mackie as Captain America is that he has none of the charm or personality that Chris Evans has. Also, he defined the role of Captain America like RDJ defined the role of Iron Man. Yeah, I mean, that is a problem in and of itself. You did such a fucking bang-up job casting Iron Man, fucking Captain America, particularly those two. I would also argue that Scarlett Johansson was a fantastic casting choice for Black Widow. I mean, everything, it was lightning in a bottle. Thor was well cast as well. Chris Hemsworth did a fantastic job as Thor. Everyone was well cast, with the possible exception of Mark Ruffalo. Although, I mean, he did a perfectly serviceable job as well. You had this perfect storm. You had 19 movies in 10 years, well, 11 years, that told a wonderful story, and then you should have stopped. It's only sensible. Just stop. Take like 5 years off. You can still make plenty of money on DVD sales, Blu-ray sales, collectible box sets, toys, clothing, merchandising. You can get away with all this stuff for years, and you don't need to release any more movies. Hell, just for the sake of it, you could release Avengers Endgame a third time. Yeah, probably more, John. You're right, yeah. You had so much going right, even though, let's be honest, like brutally honest, about half of the movies in the MCU are just sort of okay. Then the lion's share of them are good, and 3 or 4 of them are really, really good, and 1 or 2 are excellent. And of them, I'm thinking, actually, ironically, most of my Captain America movies, Winter Soldier, excellent. Civil War, excellent. Iron Man 1, excellent. Avengers Endgame, excellent. Avengers 1, probably excellent. Back when they were just trying to make superhero movies and not, spaff a load of political messaging into your face. But this is absolutely brain dead. Captain America doesn't represent America. Madness. It's ridiculous. It says it's about man, blah blah blah, trustworthy and dependable. The 46-year-old actor. Wow, he's that old. Man, how old is Chris Evans? Probably about the same. Went on to acknowledge that the role is kind of like an aspect of a dream coming true for him. Kind of, you know, kind of like an aspect of a dream come true. What? Getting to play a superhero and get paid buckets and buckets of money for it is kind of, sort of like-ish, maybe akin to an aspect, an element, facet, a microcosm of a dream coming true. Are you fucking kidding me? Why the hell did you become an actor? You can't even talk. Will it be the greatest flop in the MCU? No. The Marvels is the biggest flop in the MCU. And that is largely based around the fact that nobody gives a fuck about your feminist agenda. Nobody gives a fuck about 3 women as the main characters of superhero movies. I'm sorry. It just needs to be said. Superheroes, by and large, are male. Okay. The entire idea of aspiring to be a superhero is a masculine thing for very obvious reasons. Men, boys, males aspire to a few key things: mastery of your body, of your power, of your skill. These things are very important to men. That's why we gravitate towards technology, systems, processes, and things in general, while women tend to favor emotions, people, and relationships much more. And great, that's fantastic. We've got all our bases covered. And the other thing that men aspire to is to protect what we love and destroy what we don't. There's a reason that 90% of the channels doing what I do are men. There are a couple of women who are doing things in their womanly ways, and that's great. But basically, men aspire to be superheroes. When I was a little boy, I liked Popeye, Ninja Turtles, and Superman. And of the 3, the most important, at least back then for me, was Superman. No doubt about it, unequivocally. I'd have a tablecloth tied around my neck, and my dad would hold me and make me fly. It was wonderful. There's a photo of it, which you'll never see. but there you go. Well, maybe you will one day. I don't know. But there you go. Men and boys love these ideas. Like, it's heroic to protect the innocent, to protect the woman you love. To aspire to these things is human nature for men. And so that is probably why the Marvels and Captain Marvel, had it not been sandwiched between Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. By the way, I think I meant Infinity War earlier when I said what was excellent. Why that movie did well, because people back then were kind of mentally subscribed to Marvel, and they were like, oh shit, a middle movie in between Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. It's like saying, okay, there's a missing chapter between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. At that point, people thought, wow, I better watch that, find out about it. And, you know, thus we ended up watching a bunch of absolute bollocks with anachronisms and feminism running through it all the time. At the end of the day, female superheroes really only work because it's uniquely kind of a gimmick that they're female in a role that would traditionally be for men. It worked with Wonder Woman because she played it, however you rate, you know, Gal Gadot as an actress. She played it as woman first and Wonder second. That's how it was written. That's how it was directed. That's how she played it. And it worked for that reason. Because she isn't just Wonder Human. She's Wonder Woman. And it worked great. Captain Marvel, on the other hand, was, you know, girl boss, trying to be masculine, trying to be stoic, trying to be horrible all the time. No one likes women like that because it's not in woman's nature to be such an awful, awful, awful bitch all the time. You will never fit in. Anthropologically speaking, women have, since the dawn of time, relied on other women and the community to help them while the men went off and hunted. They needed other women to like them in order for them to be able to get a nap so that maybe someone would take care of their kid while the man's off and the woman is tired probably pregnant again, much like in my life. Superwoman was long before Gal Gadot. Yes, she was. And that's true. And also Wonder Woman and Spider Woman. Yeah, I mean, look, the thing is that it's a gimmick, generally speaking, when a superhero happens to also be a woman, because it's a role that is, you know, male fantasy, the male gaze, if you like. So that's why I think that Captain America 4, for as bad as it is, will probably not do as badly as the Marvels, because the Marvels had nothing appealing about it to superhero fans whatsoever. Nothing. Literally nothing. Nobody cared. Oh, it's 3 chicks. What are they going to do? The dishes? No, I mean, it was Captain Marvel, who everyone hated, with Ms. Marvel, who nobody cared about, and Monica Rambeau, what's her, Photon, I think, who got her powers by walking through Scarlet Witch's, fuck, that doesn't make any sense, does it? My God. No, so this won't be, hopefully, I think I'm right. I don't think this will do just as badly as the Marvels, but it won't do well. It's still effectively the Snow White of the MCU. Doomed production hell, absolute wreckage. John Lurker mode engaged. That's fine, buddy. You don't need to be here all the time. But yeah, no, I mean, I don't think it will do as badly as the Marvels, because at least it does have a man as the superhero. But anyone who's really a true comic book fan of Marvel of old, etc., is going to go, come on. This is just going to be more of that shit where the police officer's racially profiling one of the Avengers. Never going to work. So, of course, Mackie's remarks about being kind of like an aspect of a dream coming true, Captain America doesn't represent America, were met with scrutiny by social media users who expressed negative reaction on X. That's sure to sit well with your American audience, one user quipped. Exactly. I mean, what are you saying, buddy? Like, you're really out of your fucking tree if you think that that is a sensible thing to say. That would be like if Trump walked out on stage and said, I do not represent you. Madness. Absolute madness. Anyway, it does sort of seem that Mackie is trying to do kind of an apology tour for the race element of it as well. As it says here, Anthony Mackie, the star of Captain America Brave New World, made comments that appear to signal a dramatic shift from Marvel and Disney's usual identity-focused messaging around race. That's the literal only reason that he's Captain America and Bucky isn't. Because he's black. Because Bob Iger's in charge. Speaking about the importance of his character's race, Mackie stated, I feel like it's just as important for black kids to see a black Captain America as it is for white kids. Why? Why? I'm white. I watched Blade. I thought it was cool. Liked it. Plenty of guys that I grew up with were black. I mean, I grew up in late 90s to 2000s England. Plenty of black folks in my classes all the way through school. We all loved Superman equally. And he's white. So maybe, just maybe, color has fuck all to do with it. There you go. Growing up, one of my favorite superheroes was Green. It wasn't about race or anything. It was about him being a good guy trying to do the right thing. Oh, we've gone back to base, have we? They've taken the fucking shackles off. Pardon the imagery there. And basically said it's okay to just talk about being a hero. Being a man and being a hero. Rather than, oh, it's about being black. It's about being white. It's about blah. He went on to add, it's very important for kids of all races to be able to watch something and to have someone to look up to no matter what they look like. Oh, fucking hell. Hey, I wonder if Trump is president again. I wonder. And see that that package comes with a good human being as opposed to what they've been perceived as by everyone else. Yeah, based. Literally based. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say about that. The motivation for it might be desperation. they can see that people are not in any way buying into this movie. The ticket sales are appalling. It's a destined flop. So what do? You just basically send the actor out there to say something that people actually agree with for a change. These remarks are a stark departure from the themes of The Falcon and Winter Soldier, which leaned heavily into identity politics by centering much of the narrative around Sam Wilson's struggle as a black man taking on the mantle of Captain America. Nobody cares, buddy. Nobody fucking cares what color you are. Nobody cares. It's a bunch of arbitrary, superficial, fucking virtue signaling shit. Be black, be white, be brown, be green. I don't give a fuck. Just be a hero who stands for the people he's supposed to represent. There you go. I still don't think that this is actually going to save the movie. Back then he said, the fear of representing a country who doesn't represent you was something that's not only unfathomable, but hard to overcome. He said, there are limitations that we place on ourselves because of our surroundings. And, I did that to myself. That's definitely what Sam Wilson goes through. Yeah. Talking about fucking everything through the lens of lens of identity politics. The earlier narrative framed Sam Wilson's journey as one rooted in racial identity, a theme that ultimately alienated audiences, which is it's again ironic because he didn't give a goddamn shit about racial identity back in Captain America and the Winter Soldier, or Captain America, the Winter Soldier rather. He didn't give a fuck. He's doing his runs. He's getting absolutely embarrassed and outclassed by Steve Rogers. Makes friends with him. Reveals that he's ex-military and that he has a Falcon suit. Cap's like, all right, where do I sign? You are being enlisted, soldier. Color never comes into it. It's wonderful. I remember the first time I watched that movie. I had a terrible hangover that day, actually. And I watched it in bed. And I remember thinking absolutely nothing about the fact that the guy was black. Literally nothing. And it never entered my head. I was like, oh, who's this guy? Oh, cool. He's actually a character. Oh, wow. He's actually a fucking hero. Wow. He's got a fucking, he can fly. At no point did I go, who's this black dude? This is the great big fucking lie about racial politics. And this is why Trump removing DEI is so very, very important. Because at no point did anybody ever think about Sam Wilson as a black man. They thought of him as Cap's friend, Cap's ally, the Falcon. A very useful and very valued colleague in the fight against what was at the time the Winter Soldier and all the corruption of Hydra. There was no reason whatsoever to look at him and go, black! Any more than there is to look at Steve Rogers and go, white! There is, however, every reason to look at Haley Atwell and go, tits! But, that's just human nature as well, isn't it? Anyway, there you go. So, no, I don't think this is going to save Captain America Brave New World. That was such a fuck up, too, when they called it New World Order. I reckon that they got, that's complete speculation, of course. But I reckon Klaus Schwab got on the phone to Bob Iger and was like, you can't use that name. So Brave New World it became. This movie's toast. I don't think it'll do just as badly as the Marvels, but I think it's fucking cooked. Absolutely. Anyway, let's move on. We'll get to some short form shit as we progress through the garbage of the internet on our never-ending quest to rid the universe of absolute bollocks. Rumor, Bethesda to release the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion remaster sometime this year. Wow. Whiplash. Guys, it's been, I don't even know, 5 or 6 years now. No, way more than that, actually. I was still living in England. Since we got the first teaser for the Elder Scrolls 6. When the hell was that? Let's have a look. The Elder Scrolls 6 official announcement trailer. No, it was 2018. So yeah, 7 years ago. June 11th, 2018, Bethesda put out 37 seconds of footage at E3 for the Elder Scrolls 6. Since then, we've had Starfield, fucking pronouns, and now we get the next Elder Scrolls game, dudes, is Oblivion. Man, I got Oblivion on PlayStation 3 and PC. Why do I need a remaster? If I want to play Oblivion, I've got mods. Nonsense. God, yeah, there you go. There's some of those character creations I was referring to the other day when I was looking at Juno Dawson, the writer for Doctor Who looks like a character you make in Oblivion after like 46 hours of twiddling with sliders until they no longer actually look human. But hey, anyway, a new rumor alleges that Bethesda and its parent company Microsoft are planning to release a remaster for the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Now, is this going to be a sort of a litmus test to find out if people are still interested in Elder Scrolls? Because, Todd, I'm telling you, people are still interested in the Elder Scrolls as long as you don't put fucking pronouns in the game. If you just made another Elder Scrolls game, for God's sakes, it's been 14 years since Skyrim. 14 years! If you just make Elder Scrolls 6 and put it out, I guarantee people are going to play it. People are going to like it. Tom Warren at The Verge reports, in recent weeks, rumors have pointed towards a remaster of the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Yes, this was one of the things we thought we were going to see at the Xbox Developer Direct a few weeks ago. Of course, we got Ninja Gaiden 4 instead, which probably was a better choice. But it said, I first heard about this remaster last year, and at the time, Microsoft was tentatively targeting a release in late spring or early summer 2025. I don't know, man. I feel like the sort of glowy, nebulous graphics of Oblivion are part of its identity. But that's just me. The game originally released back in 2006. 19 years ago. Well, at least it's not only 5 years ago. Like what fucking Naughty Dog are doing. Get a PlayStation 3 release in 2007. I think I picked it up and played it in around 2009 or something along those lines. The game was an immediate commercial success, blah, 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 blah. By January 2007, Bethesda announced the game had sold 3 million copies. It got a Game of the Year edition, etc. Sees the gates of Oblivion open after the death of Emperor Uriel Septim VII, and numerous beings known as Daedra launch invasions into Tamriel. Players must work to close the gates of Oblivion. Boy, do they get repetitive. And eventually put a stop to the avatar of Mehrunes Dagon, the Daedric Prince of Destruction. Yeah. Great game. Great game. Of course, it came out on Steam. It's currently available for $15. Wow, that's too expensive. I mean, you know, it's a great game. Yeah, okay, it's probably worth $15, but really it should be on sale for $10, $9, maybe $8.99, something like that. The game is a decade old, 2 decades old. The most recent 24-hour count saw the game hit a peak of 1,314. Yeah, I still pick it up and play it from time to time. It's installed on my PC. I could absolutely turn Oblivion on, start playing that at any point. Horse Armor DLC, yeah, that's right, Goggia. That was quite the canary in the coal mine right there for microtransactions. But what do you think? I mean, it's a short article, but would you be interested in playing a remaster of Oblivion? I mean, a lot of people prefer Oblivion to Skyrim because Skyrim kind of streamlined various RPG elements from Oblivion. Like, you don't have individual stats for running, jumping, and various things like that. Although a lot of people actually preferred it when you did. So, yeah, maybe. I guess I'd be interested. But what I'd really like to see is the Elder Scrolls 6. For the love of God, it's been 7 years since that fucking thing was announced. Starfield came out 2 years ago and was a shit show. They need a win. Fallout 76 was the game before that. Bethesda, at least internally, their production house, not the publishing side, but their actual software development, the House of Todd, seriously needs a win. Maybe they're trying to butter up the fans a little bit by releasing Oblivion as a remake. I reckon this will happen. I really do. Yeah, I really do. I think this will absolutely be out before the end of this year. Are you going to buy it? I guess let me know in the chat. In the meantime, of course, we can move on to another ridiculous bit of COPCD bollocks. From Hollywood, and that of course is another video that I didn't make because honestly, why would I make a video about this? But it is worth acknowledging, and that of course is the Selena Gomez thing that everyone has been talking about lately, where Selena Gomez, pictured here looking nothing like she normally does, is crying her fucking eyes out. This is from Sky News, by the way, because it's hard to find. She deleted it. She's here crying over Trump deporting illegal immigrants in America because I guess she's Latina. Let's have a listen. It's fucking cringe.
I just want to say that I'm so sorry. So many people are getting attacked. The children.
God, for fuck's sake. Why do these people put this stuff out? Why? Genuinely, why would anybody put, especially a celebrity, why do these people feel like it's okay for them to go out and just publish videos of them having emotional breakdowns, emotional damage? It's nonsense. Like Selena Gomez, right? This is what Selena Gomez typically looks like. Right? Hello. I'm hot Latin woman. Here are my tits. That's what we get from Selena Gomez 99% of the time. And yet, for some ungodly unknown reason, these fucking people, at a certain point, somebody, the worst publicist in the world, decided that it's perfectly fine for them to come out and put this kind of shit out.
I just want to say that I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Cartel members, rapists, drug lords, you know, kiddie fiddlers, murderers. I'm so sorry you're getting deported.
Sorry. So many people are getting attacked. The children.
What? I can't even work out what the hell she's saying. Can you?
I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know.
I wish I could do something, but I can't. Well, you could get your tits out.
What to do?
I know. I know what you can do, Selena. You can shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Throw on a frock and shake it. Because that literally is all you are good for.
I'll try everything
Fucking hell, woman. Pull yourself together, for the love of God. My God. What in the fucking world was that? Selena Gomez, ladies and gentlemen. Selena Gomez. Wow. An Oscar-worthy performance right there. this woman, like this is what she is normally. 90% of the time, this is what she is. She is indicative of the entire pop music industry. And I know I never talk about pop music. I really probably should. I'm a pop culture commentator, and pop music is very much part of pop culture. I fucking detest pop music. And I mean that with every fiber of my being. Look, what are we seeing here? I've taken the sound off for very deliberate reason, obviously to avoid copyright, but also let's just have a look here, right? Look at this and think to yourself, what exactly are we watching? If we didn't know that this was a music video, it might as well be a fucking late night chat line, an advert for that. That is all it is. It's just sex. That's all pop music is anymore. It's just sex, fucking sex. Don't get me wrong. Like to see a nice shapely body. Nothing wrong with that. Does it have to be every fucking song, every fucking artist, everyone is just naked, fucking an air dick, just what? Look at this shit. This fucking hoe has sold her soul. And I'm not a religious person, don't care. The disclaimer, not a Christian, not a zealot. But that is all it is. It's just, hey, this is my body. I work out. I keep myself in shape. Well, not that much, actually. She's getting chunky. But yeah, look at me. Wouldn't you like to fuck me? That's what it is. She's literally here going, hey, sex. These are my tits. This is my tongue. These are my hips. These are my legs. This is my stomach. I'm a fucking whore. That's basically it. I know Southland Tales is a sucky ass movie, but if you remember the character that Sarah Michelle Gellar plays in it, saw it coming, man. So this bitch, right? This fucking little slut who is being paid to touch herself for the camera, which basically is what, yeah, if on paper, like if you were to take what I just said, literally, look, naked, eating a lipstick, lying around, stroking her hair, playing, hands on the wall, naked again, touching her tits, lying down, red lipstick. Oh, I'm sweaty in a nightclub. Here I am shaking my ass. I'm covered in glitter. Here's my ass. Here's my tits. Oh, I'm pretending to have an orgasm with no bra. Wow, guys. Wow. Maestro, you utter genius. Here I am, dressed like a slut, acting like a slut, looking like a slut. Don't get me wrong, I mean, she's fucking fit, right? But the point is, why in the world would anybody ever look at that fucking hell? That I gotta get this off the damn screen. The fucking channel is literally a picture of a fucking woman's ass and a thong. I'm gonna get demonetized. In what monstrously retarded universe would you ever look to that particular human being for any kind of advice on how to live your life? And here she is going, oh, the president, the extremely competent president and his extremely competent regime, they're kicking out the drug dealers.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Only
nobody cares, slut.
People are getting attacked. The children.
Fucking world. Who in their right mind would go, hey, you know that girl, that one there, the one who basically acts like a stripper all the time? Yeah. Let's have her as our moral arbiter. Let's listen seriously to what she thinks about things.
I don't understand. I'm so sorry.
Nobody cares, love. Nobody.
I wish I could do something, but I can't.
I could do something, but all I could do is shake my ass for dollars. You are a fucking prostitute. You're nothing. You're irrelevant. You're trash. I know some of you guys are looking at her now that she's crying. And I know. That's how you're feeling, but here,
I don't really care, Margaret.
so deal with it. There you go. That's what it is. At the end of the day, Selena Gomez is a nothing. She's a pair of tits, an ass, and some, I guess, relatively nice eyes as well, I suppose, when they're dolled up with mascara and eyeliner and all that shit. What does she actually do? Nothing. Even actors do more than pop stars. Right? I mean, even the fucking imbeciles in Hollywood, like Mark Ruffalo and fucking Mark Hamill and all of them, at least they have used their talents under the direction of actual competent creative people to take you on emotional journeys. What does Selena Gomez do? Here's my ass, here's my tits, here's my legs. Wouldn't you like to think about my vagina for a fucking second? You're a prostitute. You're nothing. It's ridiculous. Why is this even in the fucking news? Why am I even talking about it? You know who she reminds me of? Alyssa Mercante. Yeah, that's a nice segue, right? Because, of course, we have to get into the complete and total wreckage and devastation of Alyssa Mercante. And if you're watching Alyssa, I don't know why you'd be watching me. I don't have enough subs or make enough money to piss you off. But, you know, hey, one day, right? Alyssa fucking Mercante. I made a video about her. It's about 17 or 18 minutes long yesterday. Because she quit. She gave up. She quit X. Which is, you know, it's the digital version of topping yourself. It's taking the easy way out. It's the cop out. You know, you don't actually need to continue with your crusade. You're basically admitting defeat without actually having to admit defeat.
And if you have a problem with that, come f me. Physically. Bitch.
Has anyone taken you up on that yet?
No, because they're all pussies.
Yep.
Yeah, we're all pussies, bitch. Okay, whatever. No, of course she's not really quit. The woman's an addict. She's addicted to her own self-destruction. It's a terrible thing. And when I was making the video, you know, I actually almost felt sorry for her. Because, yeah, it's a difficult thing, you know, actually, this whole culture war shit, because while I think she's a vile, repugnant piece of human garbage, she's still a human being. It's still your fellow man. I know the left don't consider it that way. They think of us as chuds and grifters and blah, 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 blah. So many dehumanizing words. But if we want to actually be better than that, then we have to acknowledge the humanity of our political and ideological opponents. And it got me thinking when I actually tried to put myself in her shoes, which most people wouldn't bother doing. But I did actually sort of think about it, reflected on it when I was recording the video. I would be miserable beyond any level of misery that I think I've ever experienced. And I've had some fucking dark times in my life. Damn dark times. I don't think I've ever completely sabotaged myself to the level that she has. Like, she has destroyed her entire life. No joke. No hyperbole. She has literally wrecked herself. I'm going to go through my entire folder here, and we're going to go through a timeline of sorts. But first, I'm going to have to actually prepare this, because there's so many pictures. I couldn't have them all open at the same time in tabs. So we're going to go through a handful of them at a time, and we'll see everything there is to know about how the hell Alyssa was able to so comprehensively smash herself to pieces. Pardon the pun. So obviously Alyssa's gone now from X. And I don't believe she's really gone from X, but she wants us to, right? She wants us to think that this is it. She's had enough. She's bowing out. Do you yield, madam? As I put in the thumbnail. because that is basically what it is. She wants us to think that she has had enough. She's bowing out. She's, you know, if you or I were to have a physical fight, one of us eventually would go, okay, please don't kill me. Right? One of us would do that sooner or later. Honestly, I was beginning to wonder if Alyssa would ever actually find any self-reflection in herself. She managed to, apparently. And she's taking a break. We'll put it that. She's taking a break. I don't think she's gone. I'm sure she'll continue. I think she's far too far along now to give up. Unfortunately, there are only two realistic outcomes to everything she's done. And one of them is the ultimate terrible ending. And I do genuinely hope that she doesn't do that or get anywhere near that, because that's never the right answer. But actually, you don't have all I have. James up for $2. Send me your collection. I don't have all you have. Yeah, I will. Yeah. I don't have all that Smash and Hypno have either. I'm sure they've got way more than I've got. I just started putting together a folder when the first rumblings of legal threats started coming our way, because I figured, you know, kind of need to. It wasn't even for me. I started putting together a folder on behalf of Smash JT, frankly, just in case there was anything he was missing. I even shared him a link to it so that, you know, he could compare notes. Because at the end of the day, the woman tried to destroy his life. And in the process, only destroyed her own. Anyway, James up, thank you for that. Appreciate you. Caguana, she doesn't have enough self-awareness. Yeah, you're right. Lone Wolf, I'm sick of her hearing about her, reading about her. Well, I do apologize. Because, well, I'm going to be talking about her for the next 40 minutes or so. Actually, no, I'm going to have to wrap this stream up a little early today, unfortunately. Just letting you know now. I've probably only got about 20 minutes left, because I have to beat the traffic on the way to the hospital. There was a cut-off point for me to get my wife there. Will, you are probably somewhat protected from Mercante taking action being in the Philippines. Yeah, I know. The more I've listened to Smash and Hypnotic's takes on this, particularly Smash's take, the more it's become clear to me that she was looking for one of us that she could target. I'm not in America. I'm not saying only the three of us. Of course, there are others too. She can't go after Atreus because he's black. That would destroy her entire narrative, right? She can't go after Hypnotic because she has no idea who he is. Hell, we don't even know who he is, right? Well, I don't. I don't know if anyone does, but I don't think so. He's a very private man. That's fine. She can't go after me because I'm in the Philippines. She probably can't go after Ryan because he's in England. Who else is there who really was going to town on Alyssa Mercante? Pardon the pun. Smash JT really is the only one, because other than that is RadART. If she went after Polish Productions, he's still a small channel. I don't know what he's at now. He does good work. You should check him out. The other channels that attacked Alyssa or commented on or reported at Alyssa didn't really do it as much as we did. We really took exception to her fucking awful behavior. And yeah, absolutely, we made as many videos as we felt like were necessary, because this woman decided that she was going to make herself the front page of every stupid fucking thing associated with Gamergate. She wanted to be the Anita Sarkeesian of Gamergate 2. She wanted to be the poster girl on behalf of the machine that thinks it's the rebellion. It's bonkers. And yet you're out here, Alyssa, on record saying things like, Hyde, you can't be racist against white people. Yeah, you can. Most of you spent fucking years doing that. Anyway, from there it went on. She wrote, of course, an article running interference, running defense for Sweet Baby Inc. Terrible idea. Obviously, the patronizing screenshot here, I don't know where the hell that came from. Was it AI generated? I don't know. With the string and the dots and the chain smoking. Who is Pepe Sylvia? You know, she went through all that. Then, of course, she hit the Discord. She hit the SBI detected Discord. In an attempt, a boneheaded fucking attempt. She's the worst Solid Snake ever. Flaccid Snake. She went with her name and her picture, which, of course, she's lying around like a lazy whore, like a Selena Gomez, but with no tits. And trying to get people to... Are you fucking bonehead? Are you brain dead, Alyssa? Like, why would anybody... Like, is there a reason why many of you don't have your names or pictures associated with your accounts on here? Interesting. Why do you think that? Still here. Just curious if someone could speak to the creation of this server, the Steam page, and why they feel monitoring SBI work is important. Does it fucking matter? We don't like SBI. We don't like Sweet Baby Inc. We have decided it is important. No, we are not interested in talking to you. Make no mistake. Yes, there were fucking like 8 years or 9 years between the end of Gamergate 1 and the beginning of Gamergate 2. Although really, there was more of a underground swelling of anger at being labeled all these fucking horrible things until we finally realized the correct way to deal with people who call you racist. And
I don't really care, Margaret.
You think what you think. We don't care. So she's there. She's like, okay, so why don't you guys use your real names and faces? Because we don't have to. And most 99% of people on the internet have chosen not to. And we like it that way. We like it. You know, I'm one of the weirdos technically on the internet who's put his face and his first name out there for people to actually know. Most people on the internet, whether they make videos or not, conduct themselves more like Hypno or Yellow Flash or any of those guys. You know, like, this is me. This is what I have designated to represent myself. It's a bit larger than life. I'm not interested in you knowing exactly who I am, where I live, and what I do. But straight out of the gate, Alyssa's here trying to fucking challenge people to reveal their actual names and faces. Bad faith. Then, of course, time passed. She got massively criticized for that. She had a little meltdown, apparently shaved her head, set her name as Alyssa Mercante, former cam girl, as people started to dig up stuff about her. You have your full name and picture, Kira? That's really you? You see, I wouldn't even have assumed that that was really you. That's just the way it is on the internet. Good for you, though. If that's your real name and your real face, then good for you. Lol, no Google, not giving you my name, says he's trying to get dirt on people so she can switch to her alt and try to cancel them. Possibly. Probably. Yeah. That's what she was trying to do. I mean, she was trying to bait people with a promise of some exposure in Kotaku. Kotaku. Oh, wow, I'm going to dox myself to get fucking slapped by Kotaku. Wow, that sounds like a really good deal. They really do think we're that dumb. Then, of course, there was the tweet, which this screenshot is from much later, obviously, when she was blonde and had hair again. But the tweet was initially on the 6th of April, 2024, where someone asked her how she got into the gaming industry. And she said, I sucked. I'm not reading it. I'm not giving you that clip. She said that she sucked dick. Then, of course, we have Saturday Night Hypnosis, featuring Hypno, Leon, Wyatt, Ryan, Grums, Gooch, Dragon Slayer, Atreus, and yours truly. we discovered very quickly that she does in fact watch us. She does in fact use horrible fucking I mean she likes to go on streams like with David Jaffe and go, oh, some of these super chats, they say horrific things. No, we say you're a damn hoe. You are. You post pictures of your ass on the internet. You're a hoe. She a hoe. But for us, she says, every single one of these guys looks like they don't let the water run between their cheeks in the shower. It's giving corpse breath. It's giving dry elbows. I know their toenails are crazy. Bitch, do you know what a pedicure costs in the Philippines? About $4. Why would I ever cut my own toenails? Anyway, we can move on from that. She says, anyway, I don't tag them in shit. I don't quote tweet their shit. I don't reply to their shit. But everyone should be aware that a cabal of the guys who barked at people in middle school are trying to scare women, people of color, and queer folks out of the industry. Okay. And, you know, reflecting back on this now, it becomes all the clearer that not only is Gamergate, you know, representing 90% of what she hates most. It's not even Gamergate. It's us. It's literally us. It's the Saturday Night alums. That's what it is. The SNH guys. We are the guys that she was focusing on. Just us. And fair enough. Because, you know, we got that Taylor Lorenz interview. And as was pointed out by John, it's very clear that the person she sees as the ringleader is Hypnotic. And that's fine. It probably is. I mean, there's plenty of other people. I mean, no one's gone as far as we have in covering this chick. You know, she gave us exactly what we needed to elucidate what exactly it is and illustrate what it is that we are opposing. I'll get some more images up. Hold on. She says, May 1st, despite what with many people are saying, I do not have an OnlyFans. However, if there's a demand for it, she says $50 and she'll shove a Wiimote up her ass. No, I haven't just been saying that. She said it. Then, of course, the farm folks thing. They put jiggle physics in farm folks. She decided it was worth writing an entire article about that. Just look at this picture. There's a pair of tits and two nerds. Obviously nerds. Both wearing bow ties and glasses. Screaming. What is this, fucking Goonagate? She, of course, actually did an interview with the guy, Koshelkov, and completely misrepresented his take. He was actually on our side. He was actually basically saying that I am not interested in getting involved in this pointless fight. I just wanted there to be jiggle physics in my game, realistic physics. And she massively misrepresented what he said. You can actually see it. Hang on. Hi, Alyssa. I strongly believe that this sentence was taken out of a context to support a specific narrative and goal. I believe it's part of a larger context where you and I agreed that having a breast physics in the game is acceptable. The quote you shared was my response to people that are offended by the breast movement in the game. She represented it as the other side. I'm clarifying what I meant since it seems it was taken out of bigger context, and I probably didn't choose the best words to express it. I didn't intend to hurt anyone or call names, but it's being interpreted this way now. And James Up, yeah, when I have some time, message me, buddy. I will share all of this with you. It will be very useful for Gamergate 2. Which is James Up's project, by the way, gamergate2.org. Get over there and support. Even use my logo. That's right. I am the creator of not only the official song for Hypnotic's pre-stream legends, but also the logo of Gamergate 2. That's right. That's me. Haha. My claim to fame for all my hard work. I thought you said you'll post my clarification, he says. So she carried on with this, and on and on and on and on and on, until eventually she basically told him to go fuck himself. Your statement is at the end of the piece. Is it in your tweet? Because I don't see it there. My tweet is not the piece. It's in the piece. Do you see how vile this woman is? How she's conducted herself? Fucking hateful, horrible, spiteful. Like a child who's not used to getting what they want. You don't think it's important to clarify in there as well? It's in the piece. I got that. Yeah. In your tweet, you're saying you reached me for clarification and then you didn't include it. It just feels a bit off and probably is going to mislead your readers still. Any journalist worth their salt is going to take that very seriously. Alyssa Mercante, I am not a service. Ha! You sure about that? You do not get to dictate me how I represent you. Goodbye. Professional journalism. Then, of course, this is about the time that I was introduced to Smash JT by Ryan live on an episode of WTF Live, and his website and his work and everything about him. This is long before he like met the wider S&H alums and started interacting with us. It was all Ryan. Ryan absolutely brought Smash JT into the fold for us. I wonder how much that. No, you know, it's not Ryan's fault. Anyway, James Hoppers here for $5 says it's Gamergate. It's always been Gamergate. She has been talking about it since 2015 and injected herself into GG2 because she wanted the spotlight. You're right. Yeah. She saw what the journalists had been begging for 9 years, a return of Gamergate, so that they could all collectively spurg out and go completely crazy. And when they saw that Gamergate 2 was coming, wide ons. By the way, guys,
Like the streak.
I don't have too much longer, so we're gonna have to, because like I said, I'm gonna have to wrap up early, probably in the next 10 minutes. And there you go, probably in the next 5 minutes, actually. But there you go. You're absolutely right, by the way, James. She wanted the spotlight. She saw GG2 and she thought, oh, I can become the victim here. I can make Gamergate 2 all about me, and I'm guaranteed to shoot into the limelight like Zoe Quinn and Anita Sarkeesian. I don't know why the fuck you'd ever make them your damn role models. One of them's responsible for a man's death, and the other one is a fucking lol cow. Congratulations, you are a worse Anita Sarkeesian. Was it worth destroying your life? You fucking moron. Then, of course, she hits up Smash JT. And the first thing she says to him, fuck you. Do you know why this even happened? I don't even know if people remember this. Polished Productions, a.k.a. Polished Games, a.k.a. Taking America Virtual. Very good channel. Go check him out. Nice guy. Watches me, watches everybody. Alyssa Mercante should have a good cover photo for this. How did the gamers feel about some spicy hashtag gaming news for our friend over here at hashtag Kotaku? How do hashtag game devs feel? Virtual reality execution. This was never a good idea. Bro, what were you doing? This was never a good idea. Jesus Christ. This was as bad as an idea as a video that I made and sent to Hypnotic for him to potentially use if he felt like it, which was later changed to somebody else, and you probably will know because you'll have already seen it if you watch Smash JT. But I'm going to try and find it a second. It's going to take a minute, so I apologize. I'm going to have to go through all my DMs with Hypno over the last week, which is about 200. There it is. All right, hold on. I can get this. I can do this. Little bit more, a little bit more. Wait, guys, wait, guys, wait, guys, wait, guys. It won't take long. I'm just going to get it on screen. Make damn sure I've got the right one. And, oh, for fuck's sake. Twitter, you are the worst. Why in the world can you not fucking full screen a damn video from a DM? Give me a second here, guys. I'll pop it out and see if I can full screen it. There we go. Maybe I can do that. Let's see. Hold on. See if I can present it that way. Hold on. I'll have to play it on my desktop. And I'm going to have to make sure that there's no incriminating evidence. Here we go. This is the video that I made originally. You've seen the clip where he's throwing someone out the window? Well, I actually rotoscoped this.
Wait, no way. No way.
There you go. Now, let's get back to some sanity. But back then, right, Polished Productions was talking about using AI to effectively execute Alyssa. And yeah, I made that. Yeah, I apologize for nothing. I didn't actually plan or support the deletion of anybody. It's just a joke. It's just a meme, as it was when Polished Productions came up with this. And Smash JT just kind of shared it. You know, you just do. You go, oh, that's funny, share, retweet. But Alyssa was watching. She was already watching all of us. She couldn't do anything to Hypno. She couldn't do anything to me. She couldn't do anything to Ryan. She couldn't do anything to Atreus. And we were the ones who were talking about her the most, I would argue. And yeah, hate watching, exactly. You can't go after the black guy. You can't go after the guy who's in England. You can't go after the guy who's in the Philippines. You can't go after the guy whose identity you cannot find. So she went after Smash. Bitch. Now, of course, in the process of becoming a premier lolcow, she got doxxed. Why did she get doxxed? That's not very nice, is it? She didn't dox people. Of course, she did kind of bring it on herself because she contacted Smash JT's wife and tried to break up his marriage. That was one of the first real fucking huge mistakes that she made. Like really huge. Actual harassment. Not, oh, people are criticizing me on the internet. I'm being harassed. No, actual fucking harassment, bitch. You stupid fucking asshole. Doxing is not reaching out to someone's significant other and sending a polite message. Polite message? It wasn't fucking polite. You stupid whore. Fuck's sake. She also said, you could DM any of my posts to my fiance. What fiance? Or my parents, neither of whom have social media, but sure. And they'd be like, cool, bet. Yeah, that's her. Why are you showing me this? Congrats. Your parents think you're an asshole too. Wonderful. She challenged the internet to dox her. So I created this. And I said it to Smash JT. Go find the article on smashjt.com. It's the one he used. I was actually very elated at that because I was, still a relative unknown at the time. I got a credit and everything. And frankly, I had to scribble all this shit out myself. Anything that's not public is scribbled out. And at the time, I made a video where I pointed out, hey, Alyssa, why I should stick my neck out and not show every damn thing on this is beyond me. But I thought maybe that showing some decency would you know, potentially convince this woman to shut the fuck up and stop pissing people off. But no, of course not. She responded very soon, of course, with this. Or rather, somebody did on her behalf. Now, you can't tell from looking at this because it's old. It's May 24. Fucking hell, May. It was only May. Jesus. This is a list of our videos. I am the 4th column. Hypno, I think, is 1. Smash is 2. See? Hypno was number 1. If she could have gone after Hypno, she would have gone after Hypno. Number 3, I think, was Polished. Polished Productions. We have a better quality version of this. And it's worth pointing out that one of her biggest complaints about Smash JT was the fact that he had a list on his website, Kotaku Detected, saying these are the people who have worked or do work at Kotaku and what a bunch of fucking assholes they are. And here's how you can track them. She's like, well, you shouldn't make lists about people. That's breach of privacy or some fucking nonsense. It's harassment. Despite the fact that there's nothing on Kotaku Detected that isn't on, or wasn't at the time, on Kotaku's About Us page. Facts are facts. If you worked somewhere and you did shit things, then eventually the internet's going to catch you. Alyssa, stop challenging the fucking internet. Idiot. For what it's worth, it was then, I think it was Master of the TDS or someone who refined it into this, which I then turned into a lovely video about wanted posters, which I don't think I can even show anymore because months afterwards, any video that I showed that in is now getting flagged by Toei Animation for using One Piece music. Hypnotic, Smash JT, Polish Productions, Will of the Fans, Vara Dark, Atreus, Ryan, Geeks and Gamers, Leon Woods of Paradise, Cinder Shadow, Slotham, Minimal Effort Gaming, John F. Trent, Angry Badger, and JDA. There you go. It goes on and on and on and on and on from there, guys. I have a very comprehensive folder of her shit. Let's just say that. Of course, she then challenged the internet out for a fight. She got wasted, clearly wasted, and possibly high on the prestigious giant bomb couch, whatever that fucking means. I don't know if it was TGS or it was one of those fucking shows. Come fight me physically, bitch. You've seen the clip.
And if you have a problem with that, come fight me physically, bitch.
So there you go. She, at every possible turn, this woman has identified the correct decision and then flung herself headlong in the opposite direction. She has left an unbelievable trail, like the most legendary trail of incrimination, of self-incrimination. She has literally left herself a blood trail of embarrassment. The internet has dined out on this for a year. Where is Alyssa now? What has she accomplished? She's lost her job. She's not making any money on any of her income sources. Maybe a few $100s, maybe, on her, is it Patreon? Where she shows her ass. She's got ins with Rolling Stone that no one reads. She's tied to Sweet Baby Inc. that no one will buy a game that's produced by whom no one fucking hell. Anyway, she's tried to sue Smash JT and then got on a live stream and absolutely smashed, pardon the pun, her ability to pursue that lawsuit because she literally stated that she was a cam girl. And then dumbass hoe fucking she actually explained contextually what that means. It's digital stripping. Okay, so you're a prostitute. Okay, So when you said you were a prostitute, and Smash JT said you're a prostitute, and I said you're a prostitute, and Hypnotic said you're a prostitute, and Atreus said you're a prostitute, it was because you're a fucking prostitute. Where's the lie? Where's the libel? Where's the slander? I'm waiting. And then you go out and fucking get high with David Jaffe on a live stream, allegedly. And out yourself for exactly what we always thought you were. What we knew you were. There has not been a more comprehensive self-implosion on the internet, I think, ever, frankly. I don't know. And I feel so difficult. I feel ambivalent as fuck. On the one hand, on the other hand, look, don't hurt yourself, okay? You can still come back from this. Just shut up. Shut the fuck up, woman. Learn. For the love of God, before you do something that hurts yourself and your family, shut up. Piss off. Give in. You have lost. You have been trounced. Over and over and over and over and over again. Until now, you have nothing left but the wreckage of a career. The wreckage of a life. And no fucking money. If I was in those shoes, I would be terrified. Utterly terrified. I mean, it really is one of those kind of like, okay, and what did you get for it? Tell them what we have for her, Johnny. Nothing. Nothing. I'm glad I hope she stays off X. I really do. I mock people who go over to Vanilla Sky and live in their little fantasy. I really hope she doesn't come back to X. She clearly is not made of the right stuff to be able to handle the internet. So it's probably enough said about Alyssa Mercante. I need to go, guys. I have to take my wife to the hospital. We need to go and get some checkups done. We've got a baby on the way, and it's very important. Joe Chapman, thank you very much for pointing that out. Yes, I think not enough people are actually saying what needs to be said. And if Alyssa sees this, you're welcome. Okay? I'll almost miss you. Stop. Learn. Listen. Grow. Or stop growing and ultimately potentially stop living, which I would not want to see. I wouldn't want to wish anything actually that bad to a fellow human being. But you have fucking gambled and you have lost. Stop. Time to admit defeat. Do you yield, madam? There you go, guys. That is it. I have got to go. I really am running up the clock now. I've got to get off. There's traffic and I've got to beat it. So I'm going to hit you with the credits and we are out of here. Thank you very much to, of course, everybody for being here in the chat. Thank you for James Opp, who has fucking hell 3 times triple super chat king. Absolute giga chat. What can I possibly say to that? Except that you're a goddamn legend, my friend. And, oh, by the way, if you want to see the Money, Money, Money song, which is called Sound of a Super Chat, I actually did publish it on the channel. So I appreciate that. As for you guys, I will be back tomorrow at the usual time, an hour later than I was today. It's just everything complicated today. But, yeah, I'm out of here. So take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you next time.